could you find that sound on there that sounds like a bass but on a guitar?
Oh yeah.
Maybe let that one breathe. I don't like going to one there, but the other three parts are dope.
I like this.
Yeah.
That could be the smell. It's kind of cool because the all night,
One of the best feelings ever while making a record is when you have a breakthrough moment and like the clouds part and it feels like, all right, now we're on the right track.
Oh! Makes me feel things.
Having these moments where everybody in the room is dancing around, putting their hands up in the air, just makes it all feel worth it, all the hard times, and just hearing something back that feels like, how did we do this? Like, how is this our band? Like, I just love this as a fan, and that's the best feeling ever.
Dude, I think it's naughty time. It is.
There ends up being that moment when we've been banging our heads against the wall for enough time, and when we're all confined like we are, somebody ends up throwing out something that's cool. I like just the environment of being in the room all together for that long. We're just so enveloped in the music and really just not being able to focus on a single other thing other than what we're working on.
So which one is it? Trace.
Are we shooting it or sipping?
Sip.
This is the one you got or the one I got?
The one that the guy sold me on.
Did you just do it?
I just took a little sip. I would say arguably harsher after the fact.
Yeah, smooth entry.
Smooth entry.
Oh yeah. Ooh. Ow.
It goes down smooth, then it hurts.
Yeah. Well, no, you need to wash out your cup. You don't want any residue.
That's nicer. I like that one more. Definitely like that one more.
Got it. Guys, this thing's fucking sick. God damn. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Oh, I love this band's cool.
Yeah.
It's so relatable. Dude, I bet their bookings went bananas after this. Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, I'm going to the Masoni room, dude.
Where's
Booked at
that?
the Masoni room.
Saint Tropez.
I don't even know where that is. That's how fucking
In
poor I am
Ireland.
compared. I don't even know where the fuck that is.
5,000 a night.
Yeah, that's chump change, dude.
Maybe you want that one.
Guys,
This is nice.
You guys are champions, dude.
I feel like I'm at a 5-star hotel. You know?
I would ask for your money back if
Yeah. Honestly,
this is what you got out of 5 stars.
my compliments to the chef, dude.
Putting the track listing together, it's always a daunting task. You always feel like, oh my God, this is really this is one of the more important things, because you want the flow to happen in such a certain way.
I just feel like I don't want to be choosing.
What do you mean?
Like, I want you guys to decide what you want.
It might be in our benefit to look at what we have, put things into even imagining 2 other songs, right?
Mm-hmm.
In a track list and say, what would fill this perfectly? What would fill this perfectly? You know?
So I'm like really bad at track listing. I think especially in the writing phase, I'm so narrow-minded on like the individual parts of the songs and like the work that I have left to do. So I was just kind of scrambling. I was kind of doing a Hail Mary, and I guess picking what made sense in the flow of the songs that we had.
Fucking fuck.
I was just going,
Go, give me the...
postcard into I Think About You All the Time. Like Pat said, I think that second is palatable but really exciting still. Into this new thing, this new introduction of Hodge, where it's like, whoa, what the fuck is that? Into So You Know, which you've now got energy, dance,
But energy.
and then because my thought would be if you put it later, it's almost as if you're saying it's not as important.
Sure.
Into Blame, which is kind of a no-brainer.
Bring the butt back.
But like the new freaky version, you know. And then I could be convinced one of 2 things here, but I said something anthemic, like you're saying, like the new Chili one that I know it was like the Cranberries thing.
Yeah.
But something, I put something quirky.
This is after Blame?
Yeah.
6.
I put like Cage Love, or if Harry can do it, if we can get something out, you know.
That's right.
And then I said Rhythmic next. And then, so Walk or 3 Past 3 into Porto, Vance, Spiraling. It's just about a feel thing for me, and sort of where you want the record to take you as far as the journey is concerned. I think my track listing was the best, obviously. No, but in all sincerity, it becomes far more solidified when we're talking it through, and when we're actually hearing what, you know, not necessarily the final product will be now in this setting, you know, the pre-production phase, but, you know, I think when we come together on some songs, there's always a pushback here or there, but for the most part, it's just about a feel.
What's that?
It's just the mood I'm in.
Maybe that's not really our spot.
Listener hits it and goes, "Oh, this is gonna be one of those.
Yeah.
I only want to talk to you,
Right.
kind of thing."
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
comes out of nowhere, which
Totally.
I think is really cool.
And then the chorus is completely different of what you would think it would be
Yeah,
too.
I just wanna. I've not been sold on the quarter pianos,
Okay.
and
Cool.
maybe it is just a function of it not being a real piano.
So, great.
Strike it.
Great. It's ready. Voila. Yeah. Voila. Ow. Yeah, I don't know how you guys do that.
I haven't done it in a long time.
I haven't done that in a long time. Pinkies aren't as loose, dude.
Ow.
What's hitting what?
Bone on bone, baby.
This finger is hitting these fingers.
There we go.
Oh, I just. No, I'm not.
I'm too well. What the guan?
Keep the fuckers rocking, that's what I'm saying, man. Something about cabin fever when you're actually in a cabin, it's a real thing, and you just start to get a little loopy. I think what we like to do is work in these big chunks and then take like a nice decompression sort of break where we'll just pull up funny videos, just stuff that we can throw on the monitor and kind of like zone out for a minute before we have to go back in and focus.
What is this guy trying to do? Is it supposed to be with Bozo's thinking or saying?
What guy? It's Bozo. Bozo did it.
Bozo did what?
Bozo did the dub.
Wow, you like went straight into it.
That's Lupe right there.
Oh yeah.
I might make everyone sick.
Damn, was that chicken?
I'm a fucking idiot.
Squawk box?
Yeah. I don't know who
Squawk box! Squawk box!
Who's a squawk box? Don't call my cell phone anymore. Bye.
Squawk box, right?
A bunch of the songs have taken dramatic turns, which always happens during this process, especially when working with Colby, you know, where we imagined it one way and then it becomes a different song that you couldn't even recognize the original, and I think it always ends up being for the best, you know, and sometimes it's hard to let go of these preconceived ideas that you had of how the song was when it was written, but if you can get out of the way of that, then some really like magical things can happen.
It's a great song. What do you guys think?
I think it has a lot of cool points.
Yeah.
Like, it feels cool.
Needs retooled for sure, but
Yeah.
like vocally.
Yep. Every song is about vocals. I mean, no offense,
No,
boys,
it's
but like,
not
it, like,
taken.
we could step it up big time from cool to like, damn,
For sure.
if the vocals there.
Yeah.
People eat a brat, right? They say you're supposed to boil these, but I don't really know what I'm doing. Beautiful placement. Little Dipper.
You got the little dipster. Yeah, we should watch that one.
Oh, see, the more your eyes adjust, you can start to see the Milky Way.
Oh yeah. Here.
It's going this way right
Yeah.
here. Dipster.
With this being our 9th album, there's so many pressures, I think, that used to happen on albums and things that we used to feel like we had to do, whereas now we're in this position where I think we're all maybe more motivated than we've ever been, but we are more free to go out on a limb.
To me, the riff off the bat is like super memorable, and then let it rock for a little bit.
Let's rock it,
and
dude.
then
We haven't
go
rocked
down,
like that in
you're
a long
saying.
time.
And then make
Yeah, too much.
because I think it'd be nice to come down a little bit.
It's just a thought in the room, but I think this one could be kind of cool to experiment with, like the way that spiraling is like really great part that we treat as the verse into the chorus.
Yeah.
Maybe we try to flip this one a little bit on its head.
Like not have the verses be so basic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where you just did it would be lower.
Because it's different key.
But you could, yeah. Probably don't want to go. Please don't make believe. Please don't make believe. And we won't believe. Say you won't believe. I know you know now. It's I don't know. But I love the. If I know you know.
Start with the other one that you've been rocking with, and then go to that for the pre.
5 more minutes before it's acceptable for you to do that.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Sort of the mantra too is like, it does make me feel sort of uncomfortable. Not uncomfortable, but like non-committal, or like I'm uneasy about it, unsure.
Unresolved.
Yeah, but maybe that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
I guess what I'm saying is like it's scary to break from
The fact that it's
the norm that doesn't go into
it's a catchy song and you don't go into
the last chorus,
third chorus.
properly.
Yes, right.
Which I think is again good to push the boundaries. I had a title called "How to Exit a Room" that I thought was cool.
That's really cool.
That's awesome.
And it's like the idea of,
That's awesome.
and you'd end it with some way of being like, but I'll show you how, and like this is how to exit a room. The thought would be like, if just
dad god,
kind of like tired of a lot of shit, and you just like, let's just say it was a party.
Yeah.
You don't want to be there in the first place.
Yeah.
You're tired.
Yeah.
You're sick of the small talk, and now you just, instead of saying bye to everybody, this is how you leave. Like, I'm out.
I can totally hear something like this.
Cool. Let's fuck with it.
Send it.
So we made the track listing and we thought it was set with the 10 tracks that were going to be the album, and I just kind of had this nagging feeling all day that one of them wasn't quite up to par of the rest of them. Is it possible that we can make Porto do something to take it up a notch?
A notch?
Or that...
But like, see if there's anything in production we could do? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, just anything. Or possible that we need to beat it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm the only one that...
No, I'm with you on that. I think we need to
I guess in my mind, I feel like it's really good.
Yeah.
But I just have like a gut saying that like everything else feels like A+.
Yeah.
And that feels like B+.
I'm with you on that.
And not that obviously you can't hit A+ every time, and maybe that it's just like the right vibe and it works. Play Goo real fast.
Is everyone bailing on all the songs? Is that what's happening right now? The whole point of doing this is to just deconstruct every song and really like try to get the core of what we're trying to do. And there's a song that ended up being one of the last ones we worked on. It's called "Funny How," and initially it was this piano ballad.
Oh, ain't it funny how I needed you so now? Ain't it funny how?
And John was like, his thought when he was writing it was like, he thought a girl should sing it, so he was like writing it on that perspective. And we just loved the melody so much and thought it was super strong. And we're like, dude, this is great. Like we can easily form this into something. And then for a while it was kind of this like cool dancey thing, and it felt right. But what ended up being was what it was at the beginning. Like we kind of were working on it for hours, and we're just like, this is not quite clicking.
Funny How has always been up there for me.
That's great. Very welcome, progression shift. You should end it like that. Yeah. You guys know?
Oh yeah, it's fun as hell. It's great. Oh.
Sweet.
37 minutes now.
37. Crazy.
The pre-production process for the album is finished. We have the tracks mapped out, not necessarily in any complete form. They're going to take a big twist again, but they're mapped out enough. We're now on the next part of the process and gonna head back to Phoenix and record drums for the record. And yeah, I can't wait to experiment with drum sounds and just making this thing sound the best it possibly can.
So we stay so long to northern Arizona, head back down south to start cutting the record.
And I think I'm not worried about that small diaphragm condenser I was telling you to bring, just because.
Okay, I did bring a couple.
Well, we can bring them in if we need them, but if we're not using a second crash right this moment, then I've got a ribbon mic that I can just put on this crash. Cool. Well, I thought, especially if we are going to try to do drums and cymbals separately, I thought it might be cool to experiment with putting a mic behind Pat.
So I guess today is technically day one of making the album, of recording things that will actually be on the album to be heard. We are in Mesa, Arizona at Flying Blanket Studios. We did drums for Lovely Little Lonely here. It's a hard album title to say. yeah, we're getting drum sounds going, and record 9 is on its way.
A couple other interesting 50s ribbon mics that are put away. I'm just gonna put up a bunch of weird mics and stuff, and just there you go, and just see what we get from it.
Yeah, so Flying Blanket is a studio that we've worked at tons of times in a different room. It was our studio for 2 or 3 years. Well, we did You Are Okay, and right after Love It Lonely was finished. So it's great to be back. Haven't been back since we bought the new spot. So Bob is an engineer in town that is kind of known for his drum sounds, and you know, we came here for a record in the past, and we're super happy with how they sound, so we're back to get more of his drums. So that's a wrap on drums for album 9. Pretty crazy. Really 2 days of playing non-stop, and we got it all done. It's been challenging at times, the way that we're doing it. Doing the drums and the cymbals at separate times just you know, makes your brain have to think in all these different ways. But I think the result is amazing, and couldn't be happier with how things sound. And you know, I think the big thing with this record is that we wanted to turn the idea of the Maine on its head, and you know, I think this is like a foundation of that, where the way that I played and the way that the drums are, you know, you can't do what we've done in the past on top of what I did. So now the rest of the record is kind of dictated by what I played, which I think is cool. Now it's up to us to get together and figure out how to make the best record.